Hello again, Reverend Pete Gordon here for Jabez Ministries, and we are continuing our discussion of disabilities and the Bible in a series of short video chats, video devotions. This time I want to read to you something from the Old Testament. This is from Exodus 4, verses 10 to 12. This is about Moses when he's called from God to do his ministry. Some really interesting stuff that speaks to the heart of people with disabilities and their place in God's kingdom. And Moses said to the Lord, "Pardon your servant, Lord, for I have never been eloquent, neither in the past nor since you have spoken to your servant. I am slow of speech and in tongue." And the Lord said to him, "Who give human beings their mouths? Who made them deaf or mute? Who gives them sight or makes them blind? It is not I, the Lord. Now go. I will help you to speak and teach you what to say." Really powerful stuff here for people with disabilities. I've spoken in an earlier devotion about being sent. When Jesus says go, when God says go, and here we have it here already in the second book of the Old Testament. Abraham was told to go in the first book in Genesis. God is forever pushing us outside of our comfort zones. Moses complains to God. He's way out of his comfort zone. He was once in the court of Pharaoh, and now he's wandering with a tribe in the desert. He's way out of his comfort zone. And God sometimes wants us to do that. He wants us to step outside that comfort zone, especially for people who have some sort of a disadvantage, some sort of a disability. We don't know what Moses' issue really was. He says he's slow in speech and he's ineloquent. We don't know if that was an impairment of some kind. Did he have a stutter? We don't really know. But what we do know is what's clear in the text is he had some severe insecurity about speaking the words of God in his present condition. Now, what I didn't read to you was the text that said, "Hey, your brother Aaron, he can speak well. I'll speak to you, you speak to him, he speaks to the people." God is creating koinonia there, community in the biblical sense. Not just an average coming together and getting things done, but what a pastor friend of mine has once called koinonia is thick fellowship. It's fellowship that really hangs together and sticks together because it's doing the work of God. And that's what Moses is being sent into. God says, go. Doesn't say, okay, whatever, you can't talk, fine. I want somebody who's a bit more of a politician. No, he says, no, I chose you. That's what the text actually says when it says, who it is who gave man their mouths? Who is it who makes man mute or makes man deaf? Doesn't mean make in the creative sense that God created you this way, but it means I'll make use of it. I'll put you to use despite whatever disabilities you may have. And sometimes because of those disabilities. In this case, that disability is making Moses pull the tribe of Israel together. And together, they pronounce the word of God. It's pretty powerful stuff. Pretty powerful stuff. So, has God called you? Has he said go? Have you held back? Because, you say, well, I can't do that. I can't do this. I can't do this because I have this disability. I don't think God would necessarily see it the same way we do. In fact, quite the opposite. So please remember that. The person with disabilities has been told to go. The person with disabilities has been gifted by God just the same as everyone else. So, go. He will tell us what to say and when to say it. Thank you.